Hey guys, I am Jamie Shahan. I am the owner and creator of Teal Lollipops Wreaths on Etsy. I also have a Facebook page, a YouTube page that I am starting. It's also Teal Lollipops. And this is one of my first videos. I did a video in Julie Samaco's round robin group, and it was nerve-wracking as all get out. And so today really is my first video all on my own, and I'm winging it. I'm on a wing and a prayer. So any support that you could throw my way is greatly appreciated. I can see some people jumping on already, but I cannot see comments on my laptop. So anyway, winging it here. So what we're going to be doing today is a fall wreath. So as crafters know, it is time to be making fall wreaths. As shoppers go, they don't know. They go into the stores and there's nothing left because all of us crafters have already gotten it. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Let me show you what we're going to be doing. Here is the sign that I got. Oh, there's a little bit of a glare. Just adorable. I got that from Personalize It by Pam. And we are going to be using a black and white 10-inch deco mesh, along with two other accent mesh. We're going to be using a golden yellow and a taupey colored burlap mesh. And then the ribbons that I've chosen for this, where I got the choices was, I'm pulling out the colors out of the sign. I'm pulling from the yellow, the black and white, obviously, and the white. So here are my ribbons that I've gotten. So we're going to be pairing this black and white check with this yellow. And then we are going to be pairing. So y'all may not know this, but I am in love with leopard. Anything leopard, I love it. So I'm going to be pairing this leopard ribbon with this beautiful white ribbon. It's got a fringed edge. It's got little gold specks in it, but the gold is almost silver too. So you could even pair that. You could mix your metals and pair that with silver. So those are my ribbon choices. And that's it. So let's get started. So I'm going to pan this down so you can see what we're doing. So I don't have comments. Let's see if I can get that going before we go any further. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yay. Hi, Karen, Sue, Liliana, Alana. Yay. Thank you guys. Thank you all for showing up. So here we go. Let's get started. So I've gone ahead and I've made the bow. I'll show you that real quick before I pan it down. I've already made the bow ahead of time and cut all my ribbon and cut all my mesh. So this will save some time. Here we go. Let's pan this down. Now I'm going to pull this up. All right, I think that might be okay. There we go. Thank you for sharing, Julie. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. All right, so we're going to start out with the mesh, the black and white mesh. And we're going to do the poof method with the mesh. We're going to do 10-inch poofs. And I start at the bottom. You could start anywhere. I've seen it both ways. I've seen people start at the top, and I've seen people start at the bottom. So I start at the bottom. That's just my preference. Let's see if I can get this out of my way. Okay, so find your starting point and just do a little gather. I'm just going to start right here. Doesn't matter where you start. And tie it down. Julie Samaco says, you have such a neat workspace. Yeah, that's funny. So I started out I started out in my laundry room, and it was a laundry room, butler's pantry, catch-all storage area. And then I moved to the garage, and I thought, man, that's a great idea. I'll just move to the garage. And then I figured out that my husband lives in my garage. It's basically a man den. So I couldn't go there. So then I had to just find a space, and it is my son's bedroom that I converted to my closet since he moved out. And it's the only quiet space I had for recording. So what I just did was zip tie that starting point there, that mesh. That's so funny, Julie said that. All right, here we go. So we're going to do 10-inch poofs. You can, some people have been doing it for so long that they just do it. And if you want to measure, you measure. I'm kind of just holding my finger right here at the 15 mark, and I'm going to 5. But I've noticed in doing so many that it just really doesn't matter. If you can get close, you're doing good. And this is 10-inch poof, so I may need to, this is 10-inch mesh, so I may need to make another go around with it once I get around. We'll see. We'll see how much is showing. Between all the ribbon and the mesh, the other mesh, then I doubt it'll be needed, but we'll see. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Regina, Susie, thank you, guys. So we are making a fall deco mesh wreath, and I'm in love with leopard. So I found a sign on Etsy that has the leopard print and the gnomes, and I hear gnomes are going to be really big. So it was a perfect combination. So yeah, Julie says that the 10-inch mesh makes for a less expensive wreath, and it absolutely does. So we're just going to keep going around here. So a little bit about myself. I am a nurse by day and a craftpreneur. I've heard that term thrown around. I do that as my side hustle. Hopefully that will be my full-time gig someday. We started having grandbabies about 6 years ago, and I struggled with, what do I want my grandbabies to call me? And I was working with another nurse in the OR one day, and she said, well, I have a set of patients who their grandbabies call them Lolly and Pops. And I sat there and looked at her for a second, and I just burst out laughing. Lollipops. Well, that's it. I'm sold. So I knew I was going to call myself Lollipops 6 years ago. I mean, I didn't know I was going to have a business. But when it came time to open up a business and open up the Etsy shop, I did not struggle with what I was going to name my Etsy shop. I love it. Maybe people won't have such a hard time finding me. I don't know, but we'll see. I looked for Lollipops on the internet to see if that name was already taken, and Lollipops is taken. It is a candy store, and so I had to add something else to it. So I chose my favorite color, and that's teal. So there's my name. There's my story. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Debbie. Gosh, you guys are awesome for showing up. I appreciate it. So now I've gone around the bottom, and I'm going to jump up to the top row. And jumping up to the top row, I'm also going to secure that. This mesh I got at Hobby Lobby. What I've noticed about Hobby Lobby mesh is that it usually is not good. But I've also noticed that their seasonal mesh is pretty good. I don't know why there's a difference between the two, but there is. So I zip tied that in place. We're going to cut that off. See if I can twist that around. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to start at the top. I also got the tan mesh, the 10-inch, this one from Hobby Lobby too, and I am in love with this mesh. So we'll see how it performs. This is the first time I've used it, but I love the look of it. All right, 10 inches. But this particular mesh is really sturdy. It's really thick. I think it's going to hold its shape well. So we'll just keep going around here. Hi, Jolynn from Texas. Awesome. Cindy says she loves my name. Well, thank you. Me too. I didn't want to be called Grandma. I didn't want to be called Nanny. I think that's reserved for great-grandmas. Gigi was already taken in our family, so Lolly it was. It's amazing how quickly you get used to another name. I thought, well, I might have a hard time. My grandbabies might be calling my name and I won't even know they're talking to me, but no. You get used to it pretty quickly. Mim Crayley from New Jersey. Nice. Thank you for joining me. So y'all, I'm just getting started in my business. I started making wreaths about a year ago. Actually, you know, I started decorating. When my grandbabies were born, I wanted to create this basic winter wonderland, Christmas wonderland. I wanted to have lollipops Christmas, lollipops Thanksgiving, lollipops Easter. I didn't want a lollipop theme, but I just wanted it to be just spectacular for the grandbabies. So I started looking on Pinterest to see what I could find. So I've been crafting for many, many years now. And last year, I made a red truck wreath, and I thought, wow, I can make that. I could sell that. That looks awesome. So I went on my journey to start learning how to be a seller, and jumped in with both feet. Haven't looked back. Loving it. And I forgot to tie this tie because that zip tie was there. Oh well, that's all right. Tie them both together. Jumped in with both feet. Haven't looked back. Haven't regretted it. Looking forward to what my future holds. I'm hoping by the time I retire in 10 years or so, I can do what one of my peers in my group has done. Retire and then just walk right into this. All right, so I'm going to cut that off, give it a little bit of length so I can tuck it under. This mesh is wonderful. Hi, Rebecca from South Carolina. Nina, thank you for joining me. She's called Nana. That's awesome. All right, so let's zip tie. Well, I'll just leave that for now. I'll zip tie it later. Well, no, I won't. I'll go ahead and do it now, or I'll forget about it later. So I'm going to zip tie this in place. Let me just turn it over. So it's not going to be just black and white. I've got some other colors. I've got some golden yellow and some basic beige looking mesh to go on there too. That's coming up next. So you just get this in place and we'll get on it. Hi, Rebecca. Sandra Dunn. She's a Mimi. Yeah, if y'all are grandmothers out there, tell me what you're called. Sarah from Pennsylvania. All right, let's cut this off, flip it over, get started. Okay, so there's the base. I think it looks pretty good. I can sort of still see the frame through it, but I'm going to wait to see. I don't think I need another row is what I'm trying to say. So we'll go ahead and start putting on the other mesh. So I sell, my shop is called Teal Lollipops on Etsy. And I have a YouTube channel that I'm starting, and it is Teal Lollipops as well. Everything is Teal Lollipops. All right, so let's get started. So what we're going to be doing is we're taking these two and we are going to be doing a version of the woodland ruffle. I don't know if it has a different name when it's in smaller pieces and it's an accent, but you start rolling up the edges and then you scrunch it together. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to put this in every other one, and then I'm going to put yellow. Hopefully, I love this black and white a lot, and I'm hoping that I don't completely cover it up. And so here's the yellow. So I'll do a couple of these, and then I'll go back to just finishing off one color. I really do want the black and white to show. Okay, so it's going to be something like that. Sandra Dunn is Mimi. All right, let's get started here. So I have pre-cut all of these ahead of time. This 10-inch mesh, you know, I didn't want to have so much of it that you couldn't see the black and white, so I just cut this at 12 inches. And it's working for me pretty well. I think a lot of people might cut it a little bit larger, but I like it so far. I'm gonna do me. You do you, I'll do me. Sandra Dunn, oh yeah, Mimi. Let's see if I've got any more comments. Oh gosh, I've missed a lot of comments. Sarah's from Lancaster. Joanne Brown. Hi, everybody. You are so nice to join me today. I'm hoping maybe to teach you something, and if I can't teach you anything, if you know it all already, maybe I can give you some inspiration with color choices. I love odd color choices. I find myself gravitating toward odd color choices. Probably my most favorite color right now is a dark leopard with a teal color. I love that color combination. See if I can get... The black and white mesh is so nice. It came from Hobby Lobby. This tan mesh came from Hobby Lobby. I have purchased Hobby Lobby mesh before and wasn't happy with it, but it's the general everyday mesh. The seasonal mesh seems to be of a better quality. So, pretty happy with it so far. When I bought the black and white, I probably bought about 10 rolls, and I'm glad I did. Glad I did. You can do so much with that black and white. All right, here we go. Let's start on the bottom. So I can't help myself on filling up these wreaths. I like a full wreath. I realize that we don't have to put all of this in it, but it is what I like. And so it might cost me a little extra to make, but that's okay. That's what I like. Hallie Sue, you're a mother to two and a grandmother to two. Aww. Congratulations. I have 3 totally different grandbabies. Different in appearance, different in personality. I've got a brown-eyed, brown-haired grandbaby who... 2 of them are 6. They were born a month apart. And the brown hair brown eye was first. And he is athletic and energetic and loves to play outside, although he's just recently been introduced to the computer, so we may be in trouble there. My second one is cotton top, blonde hair, blue eyes. I mean, it's white hair. It's so blonde. And he is as smart as can be. He wants to be a paleontologist. I can't believe he even knows that word. I think I learned that word in 7th grade or something, not 7 years old. And then I've got a redhead blue-eyed baby. He is as stubborn as the day is long. He wants to do everything his way. Uh-oh, I'm supposed to do a yellow. Okay, I'm going to skip a tie. Anyway, 3 grandbabies, all boys, no girls for me. I have 3 sons. I wanted a girl, but I guess I'll settle for daughters-in-laws. And 3 sons and 3 grandsons. We're almost done here. And then we'll start with the ribbon. Jacqueline, 6 grandkids and 1 on the way. Ah, wow, what a blessing. What a blessing. Well, congratulations. That's incredible. All from 1 kid? Or how many kids do you have? That's a lot of birthing of babies for 1. All right, I'm sorry if you're freezing up. Maybe go out and come back in. So I will tell you a little something. I am in desperate need of a new computer. And so I am borrowing my 7-year-old grandson's computer. Oh my God, so funny. He didn't want to let me have it at first. His mama had to come in and say, hey, we got to share. If you're having difficulty, I'm sorry. I am so technologically challenged. All I know to tell you is to just try to go out and come back in. That's all I know. All right, 1 more. Then we'll start with the ribbon. Linda Wilkerson, 3 daughters, 7 grandkids, 5 boys, and 2 girls. Wow. That's incredible. Well, I bet Christmas is fun at your house. Thanksgiving, kids running everywhere. Okay, so I really would like to see this black a little bit more than I do. Maybe I'll just try to pull it up a little bit here and there. Or if I have to do some 10-inch ruffles, then I might have to add a few of those in there. But we'll see. I've got the same kind of ribbon, so that might draw it out enough. So let's get to the ribbon. So if you haven't seen this, this is the bow that's going to go on it. It's got leopard and yellow, and it's got this gorgeous white ribbon that's got fringed and a golden metallic fleck in it. And then we've got this buffalo plaid ribbon. And then here is the inspiration piece. This was Personalize It by Pam. That's where I got that. Adorable sign. So I heard through the grapevine that gnomes are going to be popular this year. And I am totally infatuated with leopard. So it was a perfect win-win for me. And then Hobby Lobby just had their seasonal items, their spring items, go 75% off. So I got this placemat in leopard, no less, that I'm going to put on the back to finish it off. All right, so let's do some ribbon. So I cut my ribbon 12 inches, dovetailed it. So I'm wondering if you can see me there. I might need to move this. There we go. So we're going to dovetail it and then 12-inch cuts. So I find a center point and scrunch it in the middle, kind of bow out like a bird. That's how I heard it explained before. There we go. Twist it on. And we're going to alternate those 2 with these two. Yes, this wreath will be listed in my Etsy shop, Teal Lollipops. So you can check it out there. Thank you for posting that, Julie. Someday I will get so good that I can do all of that. Or I'll get one of my teammates to work with me, and I'll work with them. They may not want me to work with them, though. All right, here we go. Funny, though. I am technologically challenged, but I have learned a lot of stuff this past year being in Julie's group. It's been amazing what I've learned. So Julie and I often laugh about it. Every time we get together on a one-on-one call, she says, remember when you first started, you didn't even know what a URL was? And that is just like a running joke, I think. It is so funny. I didn't know what a URL was. And she was so kind to take the time to show me in my little baby steps how to traverse this new world of the internet and all its complexities. My gosh, it's just something else. And now here I am doing videos, and I want to start a blog, and yeah, baby steps though. Yeah, Julie says she wrote notes to remind her. I'm assuming she's talking about on getting started and what to talk about. And I was running so behind today. I did not have time to do that. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to wing it. You know, nothing is perfect. If I waited till everything was perfect, then it would never get done. If I waited till I had the perfect studio, then I would never do it. So I was like, this is a forgiving group of women and men in this crafter world, and they will forgive me for not being prepared. I'm sure I'm going to mess up. Lord, on the very first video I recorded or tried to record, I did record it. I put it on YouTube. The whole table fell at the end of it. I just left it there. I thought, well, maybe it'll entice somebody to watch it till the end if I tell them that there's a blooper at the end. I didn't even edit it out. Forget it. I'm done. Oh. Yeah, I kind of am running a marathon. Alana says, you're running a marathon, baby girl, joining Julie's mastermind. I kind of am. So I'm surely there's somebody out there that can relate to this. But I thought, I know how to make pretty things. I'll just sell them on Etsy. I'll just start me an Etsy shop. And I'll list my stuff, and it will be found miraculously without me knowing what I'm doing. Didn't know what SEO was. Didn't know what keywords were. I didn't know anything. But I started it, and it was crickets for 7 months. Nothing but crickets. And I knew pretty quickly that I had to change up some things. So I found Julie Samako actually on searching YouTube, and I got 2 in there, and I found a video of, I think the name of it was like 30 tips for doing a craft show, and I've got probably 5 pages of notes from that video. And so I started looking for her, and luckily I found her, and so here I am, jumped right into the mastermind. I asked her, is that too much for me? She's like, no, you just start where you are. Ooh, it was an eye-opener. Most people were ahead of me, but that's okay. It taught me the direction that I needed to go. It was an eye-opening experience to what can be and where I was going. And even though I was a beginner, she met me where I was and was helping me where I was with no judgment. Do you twist your ribbon before you put it on the wreath? Well, I find the center point, and I just kind of visually guesstimate. You can measure it if you want to. So let's say from 0 to 12 would be 6. So you can I just guesstimate, find the center point. Some people fold it in half and find the center point. And I am putting it into the ties where I put this 10-inch deco mesh, the accent mesh. So I am twisting it onto the wreath form. So I don't twist it before, I just crimp it. Find the center point, crimp it. And then now some people, let me just show you. I find the center point and I scrunch it up and then I twist it. And I make a V shape. And then I kind of give it a little fluff and then I make it kind of like bird wings. And then that's how I put it on there. And I have all of my ribbon coming out toward the outside of the wreath. Now, when I am putting the embellishments on the wreath, if I need this ribbon to go like this, then I can do that. Or if I need this ribbon to go in 4 directions, I can do it like that. But I start out with it in the V shape, all going to the outside. That's just the way I do it. Thank you, Marilyn. She says she loves the colors. So, I love out of the ordinary colors. But I'm not necessarily a color expert. So what I do is I just choose from my sign. So I choose the predominant colors that are in the sign and just start working from there. So the predominant colors in this sign were obviously the black and white check. And then the next predominant color is the yellow. And then to me, the third predominant color is the leopard print. So it's not a color, it's a print, but I think that is the third predominant color. And if you ever have any doubt, I was in a painting class years ago, and the paint instructor said to me, if you ever have any doubt what the predominant color is in a photo, in a picture, in an inspiration piece, squint your eyes. The basic color that you see first, that's a predominant color. And the colors that you see are the predominant colors in your inspiration piece. And that's kind of how if I'm not sure, if I've got a sign that is just full of color, then that's what I'll do. It's kind of elementary, I guess, but that's what I do. Where do you get your deco mesh? I love the look. So this deco mesh, so the yellow came from Craft Outlet, and the black and white and this beigey color came from Hobby Lobby. And I said before, I normally don't like Hobby Lobby mesh. It's usually kind of cheap. And you have to use twice as much to get the coverage, and it frays. But their seasonal mesh seems to be a lot better. Hey, Dottie. Better late than never, sister. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate you. All right, one more. One more. Wow, there is 120 people watching this video. You guys are awesome. 123. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining, sharing, liking, whatever you want to call it. That definitely helps us grow our businesses. We craft people is the engagement. That's what they're looking for. I appreciate you doing that. It is wonderful. So next we're going to attach our sign. And I have not put the holes in the sign. I buy my sign without the holes, and I put the holes in them myself. So I kind of have a style, and my style is that I like the sign to be, I either like the sign on the side, and so I either like the sign on the side with the bow on the side, or I like the sign kind of in the center with the bow at the bottom. So I think that's what I'm going to do this time, is I'm going to put it in the center sort of toward the top a little bit and have the bow at the bottom. So let's see where I'm going to put that. Okay. So I think I'm going to put it right there. So I'm going to now put my holes, I'm going to put them along the sides. So if you buy your sign without the holes, then you have more versatility about where you want to put your sign. So I'm going to put mine, I'm just going to eyeball it. And I've got this little hole punch. I forget what they call it. Some sort of jewelry tool. All right, so I'm going to need my holes to be about right here. So here we go. Maybe a little higher, yeah. I forget what they call this tool. Okay. So I normally take wire and put it in there, but I have forgotten it. So I'm just going to take these black ties. I've left my wire somewhere. So I'm just going to use these chenille stems. So the sign came from Personalize It by Pam on Etsy. She has some adorable signs. I think I've got probably 4 more of her signs that I need to work on. And I agree, it's adorable. All right, so here's where we're going to put it. I'm just going to run this through here. It's easier to run wire through the mesh than it is to run a chenille stem. But here I go. Here I go. Watch me. Beadsmith tool. Thank you, Julie. All right, I'm just going to turn this over and so there's the back side. I'm just going to lightly secure this for now because I may come back and change out and put the wire in there. So just wrap it around a couple of times. You can use the chenille stem. It's not going to hurt anything. It'll be secure if you do. I was pretty nervous coming on here tonight, y'all. This is not my thing. I get flustered and tongue-tied and say dumb things. So I appreciate you joining me, being patient. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to attach the bow. So I don't want it so high up on the wreath frame that I'm covering those little sunflowers. I really want those sunflowers to show. So I want it probably about right there, which means that I need to put this right here. So this is a 15-inch work wreath form. I got it from Craft Outlet. I'm having trouble with this bow. It goes out to 24 inches, but it is a 15-inch, I believe, elevated work wreath form from Craft Outlet. Give this a little fluff. So I like to try to get my bows where it kind of as an alternating pattern. So you can see the white, black, white, black, white, black. And then try to do, I don't necessarily do it so much with these in the center. All right, so there we are so far. So I do have some embellishments that I'm going to put in here, maybe. I'm not going to glue them in here because I'm kind of picky and I take longer than this video will allow. I'm real picky. So I will show you what I have. That is just really cute, y'all. So I have got these adorable black and brown pumpkins. These also came from Hobby Lobby. So I will probably intersperse these around here and there. Something like so. And I will hot glue them in. Maybe. I also have, which I think might be better, these leopard pumpkins. These might be better, but the problem with these is that I don't know if the color is different enough from the ribbon. Yeah, I might have to use these. What do y'all think? The lighter ones or the darker ones? So I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to price this at. Julie Samako has a formula that she teaches people to utilize. I honestly don't remember offhand. I've got all the prices written down of everything, but I will go through her formula and figure it out. But it will be listed on the Etsy shop, and so you can jump on there and see what you think, and if you like it, buy it. So that's sort of it. I won't put these pumpkins on here now. I do have some sunflowers that I was thinking about putting in there as well. So I'm just going to move these aside. It takes me a little bit of time to embellish. I can do this main body part pretty quickly, but it takes me a little bit of time to do this other part. But I'm thinking about putting a few of these here and there. Those are cute. Those colors match really well with this wreath, so I will probably go through here and put these in. Yeah, those are really cute. Yeah, I like the sunflowers. They're gonna definitely go in there. So cute. Okay. So that's pretty much it. What do y'all think? So I may do these little pumpkins, I may not. We'll see. But the sunflowers are a definite. They're definitely going to go in there. All right, y'all, that's it for me this evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you more than you will know, more than you will ever know. If you like this video, please share it. help me get my business started. Any crafter, help them get their business started by sharing, liking. Love you guys so much. Thank you a lot. And that's it. Did I forget anything? Probably, but that's okay. Thank you guys. You can find me at Teal Lollipops Wreaths on Etsy. See y'all later. If I can figure out how to stop this, I will.